Shalom. I'd like to give all praises and all honors to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone and taught us this truth. Peace and salutation to the hopeful elects. And Shalom. Welcome to today's lesson. I'm your Hebrew Israelite brother, Mashaba. Welcome to today's lesson. Today's lesson is on Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 4. Okay? And as it reads, we're going straight on off into it. Thus, the slain shall fall in the land of the Chaldees. We're talking about right over here in America. When they declare martial law, it's going to be a devastating thing. You see, what's happening is once you have a situation that's over there in the Middle East, once that spill over and spread all over the world, you're going to have a lot of different events that's going to take place. For one, you're going to have a lot of different bombings and different things that's going to happen. People in their daily lives, is going to be disrupted. When you have all of the many different soldiers, UN soldiers that have come in with the migrants, and you have different terrorist groups that have come in with the migrants, and you have all different types of sleeper cells that have come in with the migrants, come in from Libya, Yemen, coming in from Afghanistan, coming in from all over the place. You see, ISIS and everywhere, all of them. There's so many sleeper cells here in America. Plus, you got the domestic sleeper cells. So once martial law is declared, that's it. That's it. It's going to be the time of lawlessness. Okay, the time of lawlessness. And they that are thrust through, that means shot dead. Okay, that's what that means. That's what that thrust through means. Shot dead. Thrust through in her streets. Shot dead in the streets. For those who don't understand what that thrust through means, that's what that means. See, back in the ancient days, the sword was used to thrust people through. In today's time, the sword is the gun. That's used to thrust people through. Okay. In fact, we're gonna do some. We got precepts here on thrust. You see, starting off on thrusting through. Okay. We're going to start off with Isaiah chapter 13, verse 15. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through. You understand? Now you have a little deeper understanding about what thrust through means. I mean, found. Everyone that is found. Remember, the Bible tells us in Isaiah chapter 26, verse 20, hide thyself but for a little time until the indignation of the Lord has passed over. What are they talking about? They're talking about during the time of lawlessness, during the time of Jacob's troubles, you're going to have the martial law police, the martial law soldiers that's going to be coming through. They're going to be coming through the neighborhoods at least 15, 20,000 strong. And they're going to be beating, raping, and killing along the way as they go through. They're going to be kicking in people's doors, going into people's houses. They're going to be beating and raping the women and the children. And the young men going to be gathered up. Those that are not thrust through, that means shot dead in the streets. I mean, shot dead right there on the spot, because they're going to be gathering up the young men, taking them into the FEMA camps and taking them into the boot camps. You know what I'm saying? They're going to get a crash course boot camp training, a 6 to 8 week crash course training. You see, in New York, where they train the people that they send over to Ukraine. They train them right there in New York at the Ukraine training boot camp site. Okay, and then they're going to take them over to Ukraine and train them some more and put them on the front lines. Okay, and they're called human shields. They shall be thrust through. They shall be shot dead. They will not be making it back here. Period. They will not be making it back here. They shall be thrust through. You see? And everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. What are they talking about? That means all of you who cannot seem to let those go, that heaped up troubles unto themselves. The warning signs were there. The Lord put the fanners, that's us, out into the world to wake y'all up and to let y'all know exactly what's happening, what's going on. But y'all chose to ignore us. Y'all chose to do all the things that the Lord delighted not in. And so because of that judgment, it comes in and levies down upon you. You see, and you shall be thrust through because you joined with them. You joined with the heathens and the Edomites. You joined with them. You believed in the system, the beast and the beast system. You believed in all that mess, that Jesus mess, and that everybody's got to vote. If everybody just vote, we just vote for the right person, then we get somebody in office. There is not anybody that you can vote in that's going to help you. Okay, and the Bible tells us thy leaders mislead thee. Okay. You see, and so that makes it clear. Isaiah chapter 14, verse 10. Isaiah chapter 14, verse 19. But thou art cast out of thy grave like an abomination, like an abominable branch. You see, an abominable branch, that means the two-thirds. They're like an abominable branch unto the Lord. They're cast into their hellish situations, and they are not able to see their way out of it because they're being failed on every way and on every side all around. It's the judgment of the Lord that's being levied down, you see, upon the peoples, you see, and they don't understand that. They don't understand that. And being joined with them, you see, again, many of the two-thirds, particularly, they're joined with Esau is Edom, and whatever master say, if master say we sick, then guess what? The slave said, we sick, master, we sick. You see, joined together. They're joined together with them. And I do believe it's Proverbs chapter 21, verse 11. No, 21, 28, verse 11. Salaki, if I'm wrong, put it in the comment board. But the Lord made it clear, though joined hand in hand, the wicked shall not go unpunished. The seed of the righteous shall be delivered. You see, flat out, you see. And as the remnant of those that are slain, okay, thrust through with a sword. You see? You see? So what this means is, if you are found during the time of Jacob's troubles, if you have not hidden yourself, H.I.D, if you have not hidden yourself, then guess what? You shall be found and you shall be thrust through. You see, except for those that are escaped of Israel. You see, the Lord is going to be protecting us, providing protection and giving us food and water and wine and different things, and shielding to make sure that we're going to be just fine. Isaiah chapter 65, verse 13. You see, but many of the rest of you, Isaiah chapter 65, verse 12. Therefore, I shall number ye to the sword, and ye shall bow down to the slaughter. Flat out. You see, the slaughter is what's going to be happening once martial law declared. It's going to be because there's going to be some sort of terrorist attack that's going to occur. You see, Putin may decide to unleash these supersonic missiles that he has and put a nuclear head on it and launch that over America. Once that detonates, that causes an EMP, electromagnetic pulse detonation. Once that occurs, then all the electricity, water, natural gas for cooking and heating is all going out. It's going out. And then there will be no gasoline distributions and no food distribution deliveries. All that will be over with. No package being delivered. None of that will be happening. No ATMs working. All the grocery stores are going to be raided and looted by the people that are hungry and starving. Because remember, also the BRICS dollar is going to kick in. Once that kicks in, the collapsing of the American dollar also kicks in. Once that kicks in, a lot of people is not going to be able to survive out there. You see? You see, and then right now, what do you have? You also have Congress. They talking together and trying to work together with Joe Biden. They trying to eradicate and take away the Social Security and disability, as well as veterans benefit, Section 8 HUD subsidized payments, WIC, a SNAP food stamp program. All these different things they trying to cut out. You see, as to the reason why I opened up me an online store, because I'm low vision blind. I'm low vision blind, and I'm an older dude now. I can't be getting out there trying to work no 9-to-5 job. You understand? So I opened up me some online stores, so that way, hey, I can still have me an income. You see, so I can still have me an income, and so that. And that's not against the law to open up your online store to make income. If some guy think, if one of y'all think that is, and guess what? That's just you suffering from a precept of man. Period. Because if it's wrong to open up an online store to make income, then it's wrong to work a 9-to-5 plantation job to make an income. You see, don't let nobody trick you into thinking, oh, you setting up a store and all this online. You believe that you believe in America. You believe in this. No, that don't mean that. That don't mean that. The same thing is if you take up a sword. If you buy yourself a sword. The precept of man is, well, if you buy a sword, that means that you trying to go against Esau. No, that don't. That don't mean that. The sword is Esau's gift. Genesis chapter 27, verse 40. So you're not taking his gift when you buy yourself a sword. Sell your cloak if you have to, but buy yourself a sword. Yahweh, the chief cornerstone, he's not going to tell you to do this for no reason. You see, why did he tell you? And then he told the disciples to do this during the time when Yahweh was numbered amongst the transgressors. And if he was numbered amongst the transgressors, then he would be the chief transgressor. He wouldn't be a regular transgressor. He would be the chief transgressor. And what did the chief transgressor say do? He said, buy yourself a sword. He who has an ear, let him hear. Buy yourself a sword. Sell your cloak if you have to, but buy yourself a sword. Why? Because that's what you're supposed to do. Why? Because when the time comes when Malchus bring his butt up with the Pharisees and the Roman guard, the one you are to pop is Malchus. That's who. Malchus. That's who Simon Peter popped. Malchus. You know what I'm saying? Malchus was the 2/3. The 2/3 is the ones that you're going to pop. You're not trying to go against Esau, Edom. You're not trying to go against the military, the Roman guards. You know, you're not trying to do all this. But them damn 2/3, when they come around, them the ones like Malchus, you're going to pop them. Period. You see? You see? He who has an ear, let him hear. Yahweh that's not allegorical. He's not going to tell you to buy yourself a sword. Sell your cloak if you have to. That's important. That means this is important. Buy yourself a sword. The same as you better hide yourself when the time comes so the martial law soldiers don't find you. That go down to the stones of the pit. You see? The stones of the pit. That means inside the pit being stoned as a carcass trodden underfoot. You see? You see? You see? You see, I'm going to tell you straightforward. I'm not going to sugarcoat you. I'm going to tell you straightforward. You better buy yourself a sword. Sell your cloak if you have to, but buy yourself a sword. There's a lot of different brothers in GMS been having dreams. Even brothers inside of Tahar's camp been having dreams. What were they doing in their dream? They dreamed about they was inside Jacob's troubles and some mess jumped off and they found themselves in their dreams. They found themselves with a rifle in one hand and a pistol in the other. The disciples came back with 2 swords. Stop playing. The Lord had them to have them dreams and to tell about their dreams and them popping off with their swords. Why? Because you ought to buy yourself a sword. Sell your cloak if you have to, but buy yourself a sword. The Lord made it clear. Anybody that believes that you're not supposed to have a sword, that's a precept of man. Period. Yahweh by Shem Yahushua. Jeremiah chapter 49, verse 26. Therefore, her young men shall fall in her streets. The young men going to be slain. Well, just wait till when the martial law come through. When they come through, again, like I said, they coming through 15, 20,000 strong. They ain't coming to play. They coming to slaughter and slay. You understand? Start ye first in my sanctuary. Many of you young brothers that's in the camps, y'all are going to fall. When the time of Amos chapter 11 verse kicks in, when there's going to be a famine in the word, guess what? A lot of you young brothers... Remember, they're going to be rounding up a lot of young brothers for the FEMA camps and the martial law and the draft. You see, a lot of that's going to be going on. And a lot of you young guys are going to be rounded up. You'll be taken for the draft. And remember, you young women, they're going to be getting y'all too. You see? Just like the young men are going to be beaten and raped, also the young women. And they're going to take y'all over there. Because remember, they've already made it clear over in Ukraine, they've already killed all the young men that they had to fight over there, and they're recruiting the young women and young boys. We talking about 13, 14, 15 years old. So you know they're coming here, you see. And they're going to round up all you young people here to go fight inside their wars, you see. And all the men of war shall be cut off in that day. Cut off, what does that mean? That means killed. That means killed. Saith the Lord of hosts, you see. They're going to be killed, flat out, you see. You see. And so these things are going to be happening, going to be going on. You see, left and right. Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 30. Therefore shall her young men fall in the streets. Because when the martial law, I'm talking about America, Babylon, Nineveh, spiritual Egypt, spiritual Syria, spiritual Asia, you see, I'm talking about Idumea, America, you see, the great city, the great whore, the harlot, you see, her of the scarlet. We talking about America. You see, well, these young men here in America, when it comes down to the time when it's martial law and the young men are running through the streets, running for their life, and guess what? It's going to be martial law police out there. They're going to have the robotic dogs, okay, with the rifle strapped to their backs. They're going to have the android soldiers. They're going to look like humans, move like humans, but they're not. They're going to be even dressed up inside soldiers' clothes, but they're not going to be human at all. Plus, they're going to have the skeletal outfits that the guys are going to be wearing. Some of the soldiers are going to be wearing. It's going to give them super hydraulic strength. You see, you know, and so they're going to be able to bust down through brick walls like it ain't nothing to it. Plus, they're going to be using special type of technologies where they're going to be able to scan from the outside, put the different devices up against the wall, and tell exactly how many people is inside the house or inside the room. They got all this great technology. They got the technology to tell whether or not if you carrying a gun. They got all the different technologies in the world that's going to be working against all the young men that's going to be out there thrust through in the streets, shot dead and killed, you see. And many people is not going to be, the people just simply not going to be used to seeing dead bodies laying all over the streets. But these are the things that's going to be happening right here in America. Plus the new virus, the new surge, all these different things are going to be going on. You see, plus there's going to be a new strain that's going to come out with the virus that's going to make it where a lot of people, you know, they're going to experience much hardship and discomfort. You see, things are going to be different this time. You see, and it's going to be upon the people. It's going to be upon the people. Everybody's not going to have no way or nowhere to run and hide. You better find your hiding place now. And to get your food. It's okay for you to stock up a little extra food right now. Okay, because the things that are coming, the tribulation that's coming upon the earth are prophecies, and they're going to levy out. They're not going to stop. And you're not going to be able to pray away the calamity and judgment of the Lord, because America has been so sinful and wicked and has spread it out utter wickedness all around the world, like foul, dark, wicked spirits. You see, America has been such an evil, wicked thing. You see, and it's time for her to pay. So the rest of the world, the rest of the nation is going to gather around her and fire thy arrows. You see, those thermonuclear missiles. Yet who? America. You see, and all her men of war shall be cut off in the day, saith the Lord. They're going to be cut off. They're going to gather these young men up. Many of the young guys that they can't gather up, that they won't, cooperate, because remember, you got a lot of guys out here in the streets now in the neighborhood. They got guns, plenty of guns. I mean, guns that do all the tick, tick, tack, tack, you see? That does all that. You see, and they're going to be using these military weapons right out here on the streets because the young guys are not going to go quietly. Can you blame them? You see, who wants to go fight in a war that ain't got nothing to do with you? You see. So, this is Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 37. A sword is upon their horses. You see, those thermonuclear missiles, they're coming. You see, I was reading inside the Bible where I forgot exactly where script. Maybe one of you can put it inside the comment board where the Lord said the missiles will be as men of war. You see, they will be as men. You see, going over the walls, going to the windows, doing all these things. these missiles, these thermonuclear missiles, with the power and devastation that they're going to have. Horses mean power, you see, and upon their chariots, you see, talking about the angels in the chariots firing thermonuclear direct energy beam lasers, like they did in Sodom and Gomorrah, you see, and upon all the mingled people, mingled people together that are in the midst of her. That means the people, all the multitude, those of us that are here in America. You know, now we know those of us that are of the hopeful elect, we are going to be shielded. We're going to be just fine. We're going to be all right. But the heathens and the Edomites and the 2/3 are hit. They're meat for the fire, for the fire, okay? And they can look forward to being burned by utter fire. America's going to be turned into the lake of fire, you see? And there's nothing that anybody can do about it to stop it. These are the things that are coming upon the face of the earth, okay? You see? And they shall become as women. You see? You see? That means they're going to become soft-hearted, scared, frightened. You see? Even though a woman tries to play hard, even though a lesbian tries to play hardcore hard, they're still afraid. You see? They're still afraid. You see? A sword is upon her treasures. That means all the wealth of America is coming to naught. Your people done hyped up a lot of different materials and different things and stuff and jewelries and clothing and all these different things and cars and houses. All these things going to be burnt up. Wait till when they declare martial law. Wait till when all the power and everything goes out. Wait till when they shut off 911. It's not going to be any fire, ambulance, or police services. It's going to get wild out here in America, in the streets of America, real quick. An EMP shutting off all the power will make everything within the first 3 hours will make everything go completely chaos. When the people realize there's no police to stop nobody from doing anything. Every man, woman, and child is going to be on their own. What are you going to do? Are you preparing? Are you getting yourself ready with the Lord? Don't be a strange vine unto the Lord. Don't be a withering plant unto the Lord. Don't be wearing strange apparel unto the Lord. The Lord made it clear. Zephaniah chapter 1 verse 8. The Lord made it clear. He's going to destroy the princes and the king's children. You see, because of why? They're wearing strange apparel. Talking about the doggone 2/3. You see, the Lord is coming. You see, he's coming. Upon their treasure, and they shall be robbed. You see, robbed and spoiled. You see, and destroyed, burnt up, and judged by the anger and the wrath of the Lord. These things is coming, and they're not going to slack. They're not going away. You see, these things are not going away. So listen, we're going to go ahead and close the video out. Okay, right there. Lord's willing, you was edified by today's lesson. Okay, and hopefully you seen some precepts that you can put together with some precepts that you have, that you can put together edifying videos that you may be able to feed the sheep, this good grazing pastures that we provide for the sheep to graze. Remember, as good shepherds of the Lord, it is our job to provide good grazing pastures for the sheep to graze. You see, and hopefully. You were inspired one way or another to be an inspiration to another brother. You see? And also, I'd like to take the time to remind you to press the like button. Go ahead and press that like button. And also, yes, that helps out for the algorithms of this YouTube channel. And also, remember to press the subscription button, okay? And the notification bell. So that way you shall receive notification alerts each time that I release a new video for your spiritual edification. Okay? And so we like to and also remember, brothers, stay strong, stay up. Satan's going to come at you at different angles with a bunch of bull crap bunch of bull crap or nothing. And he's going to use women. He's going to use your girls. He's going to use your children. He's going to use your mama, your daddy, your boss on your job, your neighbors, the guy down at the gas station. He's going to use everybody to come at you. You got to stay strong. Don't be ignorant of the devices that Satan uses to come at you. You know that he's coming at you. You got a target on your face, your head, and your back. And if you are hopeful elect, you a target. Remember that. You see, and when they come at you each time, just stand steadfast on the word. That's all that we got, and that's the only strength and power that we have that truly defies all the will of the wicked one. It is this word that holds us strong, and it is the word of the Lord, Yahushua, that holds you strong. Stay strong, my brothers. Stay up. We'd like to give all praises and all honors to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of the great millstone that taught us this truth. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elects. Shalom to the hopeful elects.